Hello, this is Ramon, and this is a brief overview of the milestone that I just finished. And I created all the resources and all the demonstrations that I needed to. So this is a brief overview of all that is going on here. I started presenting the second milestone. The first one is almost halfway through the completion, but I finished first the Solana integration since it was independent of the first one. So in this one, we just created a new backend canister that handles all Solana operations. It talks to the RPC client from Affinity. It also manages the vault for the funds, both in Solana native token and in SPL tokens, and as well for the Offrampers and Onrampers. And also it manages the token registry. So the same as we did for Bitcoin, EVM, and ICP tokens. We have one registry for each one and one vault for each one for security. So we have everything modularly integrated in the backend. So the integration happens in the prior backend we already had, icramp, which had the blockchains I mentioned already. So now we include the authentication using Solana. We also integrated with the backend to be able to create orders and transfer the funds to the Onramper and all the things that needs to happen in the P2P orders. And so we have this synchronization with all the components. And we refactored also many things as well as usual. We created a full suite of integration tests. We refactored the previous one, and we created all the tests for the Solana for all the operations. And as well, of course, we integrated everything in the frontend, so we can now log in with software and MetaMask, as we will see in the demonstration in the video later. And also we can create orders as Offrampers you have with Solana and SPL tokens, and the Onramper then can pay with PayPal and receive the funds if the payment is properly done. Also, we factored the fees, the rates. We made it a bit more robust in many ways, but all this is in the devlogs that you can see it later. So this is more or less what we did. So now we have another canister, and we support Solana, and this is the schematic architecture view of it. So we can do the same actions as we did earlier, but now the Solana ones are managed with another canister. And the interaction with the user and with the other components are similar to the ones that we are used to see, but with the Solana operation. So there's not much mistake here, just another integration, but with all the complications that. So I will show the video, a short video. Let's start with a normal order with Solana. This is the sandbox. Network is DevNet for Solana, and the PayPal is in sandbox mode. So we can test our new features and our new integration with Solana. So the first thing we see is that we have the new login here with Solana, and let's create a new Offramper with the software account. So first we register it. This is as we used to do before, but now we will connect the Solana address. So we can already register it. And now we will authenticate it in the backend. So we extended the authentication capabilities. We just signed the message, and now we are connected as an Offramper. So here we can see we just created the new order, and also we can check other things in the UX because we added a new blockchain. So we can see here that we have this new filter for Solana orders, and here we can see that this is our first Solana order in the deployed in Mainnet for TCP. We already can see this order. So now let's check the profile. We see here as well. I added the address here for the new login. We added a new button or the new balances, and here we can see in the profile that we have the new Solana address capability. The main address is this one for Solana, and we can also check the balances that this address has. We want to create another order using Solana SPL token. So first of all, we will log in with the Offramper. So here we are in the panel of the Offramper. We can see here that we own some tokens. So we want to sell some. Here this is the UX we have shown earlier, and here we can just select Solana and we can select this token. So now let's just create an order with the amount of BONK, and same as usual, we just create the order. So we make the transaction to lock the funds. So we are sending this amount of tokens. We just approve it, and now we'll see the transaction here being computed. We will verify all the details in the Solana backend again. So this is the new order with the SPL token. We are going to log out again. Now let's sign in with MetaMask, which corresponds to the account of the Onramper. So now the Onramper will be able to see the new order as well. We will do as usual. Now we will log the order, and finally we will pay again with our Onramper. We will pay the 21.55 euros. That corresponds to the $24.55 of the order. The payment now is completed and successful, and now we need to wait for the verification in the backend. So everything needs to be properly checked out. We need to check the balances. We need to check that the transaction is confirmed and the details are okay. So we see that the order was successful, and also we can check in the profile. We can see that we have here those 1 million extra BONK tokens that we bought. I want to briefly show the tests. Here we refactored the old test that was created for the Bitcoin exclusively. So we moved everything that we had in Bitcoin. We refactored the common things into the test kit. So we have the helpers here to set up the test environment. We also have the version outside in the root of the tests. So what we need for the Solana test setup. And we have the new Solana tests here that cover all the operations that the Solana backend is able to perform. Let's just run the registry tests. Let's see if it works now. It should be all in order. So we have 9 tests for this one. We span the dependency server, and then we install the RPC with the API keys for the providers. We move the cons to the client, and then we just test everything, and we see that everything passes. If you want more information about all the development that happened behind the scenes, you can go to my blog, and here starting with the second one, I document everything about my development.